I'm Rebecca from New Hampshire Knits, and welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you're new here. So yeah, I just wanted to check in with y'all. It's been 2.5 weeks, and I have a few whips, a couple finished objects, although I think I only have one to show, and some acquisitions from Rhinebeck. I am not going to get into a whole Rhinebeck recap because there's a million of those out there. I went with some friends from my knitting group and we had a great time and can't wait to go back next year. So, and if you follow me on Instagram, you saw my pictures and our framed sweaters and all that fun stuff. So if you want to see that, you can go to Instagram. I will put the link below. My account there is, it's not New Hampshire Knits anymore. It's my name, Rebecca Goodrich, but I'll put it below because there's some dashes and stuff in it. Anyway, and I have a new phone that I don't really know how to edit videos on, so I don't know how to put it like here. Well, we'll figure it out eventually. But anyway, hi, welcome back. So the first thing on the agenda is what I'm wearing, which is also my finished object. I have to keep remembering the camera's over here. Hello. So this is my finished object. This is the Solcombe sweater. By who? I can't remember. Hold on. Look, I got a phone here to actually be able to look things up this time, because last time that did not go well. The Solcombe sweater by Cheryl Mokhtari, which is this. And sorry, my dogs are crazy as usual. So this is a worsted weight sweater. So in her sample, hold on, stop. Thank you. Do you want to come say hi to the people? Hi, yes, this is Remy. The camera's over there. Yeah, it's over there. All right, so this sweater is, she held hers double with mohair. She did the Sandnes Tin Silk mohair and the Sandnes Double Sunday. I really like it, but I had this yarn, which is a worsted weight. This is Valley Yarns Superwash Merino. This is the house yarn for Webs or yarn.com. This is theirs. And this is the color Whisper and Sriracha. I thought that this was going to be a little bit more of a rusty orange or a burnt orange. And then when it arrived, it was a little brighter. I was unsure that I liked it, but I do. So let me see if I can show you all what it looks like. Yeah, it's just a really simple drop sleeve construction with stripes. Not much to say. I really like it. The only thing I did make one, well, I think I made a couple modifications. One, I made it a little shorter. I think I was supposed to do 2 more stripes on the body and the sleeves, but that would have been gigantic, so I didn't do that. And the sleeves and the bottom hem have a tubular bind off or Italian cast off, and the collar was a doubled over one, and I decided I didn't want the doubled over one, so I made it half as long as it needed to be because it didn't need to be doubled over. And then I also did the Italian bind off here too, so they all match. I just wanted this to be a little thinner. And that's it. It's so soft. I love this yarn. I've been using it a lot lately for different projects. The one thing I will say about it is when it's in stockinette, it's very, very plump, squishy yarn. and it's not like super forgiving when you weave your ends in, so you have to be like really careful. Like here's an example. It's very obvious if I pointed out where I wove my ends in, like in the middle of the sweater, and it comes in 50-gram balls, so I did have to change balls often, as well as weaving in for the stripes, because I felt like these stripes were too big to carry it up the side. So yeah, but yeah, I love it. I'm very comfy. A little warm right now, so we'll see what happens. But anyway, this is my finished object. I had one more finished object. I don't know if I have. I gave it away. Do I have a picture? I do not. I will. Oh yeah, that's the other thing. I forgot to mention at the beginning. All of my projects are on my Ravelry page, which is my name on Ravelry is Babesicle. Again, I'll put the link in the description box below. And I will get a picture of the other sweater to put there. I did, however, I will tell you what I made. I made a baby flax for a newborn. I'm sure most of you are familiar with that sweater. It's just a very, very basic raglan. It's good for like a first time sweater. And it has a garter stripe down the sleeve. Let me get a good picture of it. So this is not mine. This is from the Tin Can Knits page on Ravelry. But I made one of these. Here you can see the garter stripe. So it's a very simple pattern and good for a baby. I also did it in this yarn, which again is the Valley Yarns Superwash Merino, and I did it in the navy color. So I will put a picture of that on Ravelry at some point. I think I'll be able to get a picture of it this week. What else? I think that's it for FOs. I think I said last time that I'm trying to be more of a monogamous knitter, which is going to completely go in the trash in a minute when I show you my whips. But I have been trying to do one project at a time. I feel like I actually finish projects faster that way. But on to my whips, where that all changes. I guess I'm trying to balance the, being a monogamous knitter and actually finishing projects faster so I can actually wear them or gift them. I've really enjoyed that, and I've made 10 or 11 sweaters now, that's not including baby sweaters. There's like 3 of those this year, and that's crazy. And it's all been because I've been knitting monogamously. I also knit a lot, but I've also been knitting monogamously. But I did cast on a sweater that I'm going to show you in a minute. That is also a very, very simple raglan sweater, and quite frankly, it's gotten boring. I also have a couple other things I cast on that kind of have bored me a little, so I cast on more things. So I think that there needs to be a balance between being a monogamous knitter and churning out projects, and also knitting on things that I enjoy or that are matching my mental space. I saw a video recently where they were talking about the psychology of crafting, and I forget who said it. I think she even has a book. Shame on me. But she was saying that it's good to have like 5 to 10 projects of various things. So it could be different types of crafts or different types of projects. 5 to 10 to me seems like a little much, but The idea is that you have different projects to match where you are mentally, to match your energy at that time. Because knitting, or not knitting, but crafting in general is supposed to be pleasurable and relaxing and all that kind of stuff. I know sometimes it's not. Sometimes you're rushing to get a gift knit done, or you're rushing to get your sweater done for Rhinebeck and things like that. It's not always um, relaxing. Sometimes you're knitting something that's difficult or frustrating. But for the most part, it's an enjoyable process. And even when things are frustrating, there's still, you're learning and you're gaining experience, which makes things more enjoyable in the future. So I am trying to embrace a happy balance between having a few projects that I can pick up based on how I'm feeling, and working on projects monogamously so I can finish them and feel accomplished. So yeah, on to my whips. So the first whip I have, I think I'll start with the one I cast on first. So last time I mentioned that I had gotten some yarn from Needles at the Ready, and it was arriving that day. It did arrive. So these are my colors. I kept calling this one Amber, but it's actually Tiger's Eye. So this is Tiger's Eye, and this is Ballet Slipper. And I will show you the ball bands. This is Needles at the Ready, and it's the Athena sock, which is an 85% superwash extra fine merino and 15% nylon, 4-ply. And, yep. And I got this to do the brioche make along with Needles at the Ready, and they are doing the all about the brioche. Where is, alright, I guess I didn't print out the main page, but here's what it looks like. So it's a garter, brioche garter, and it's a triangular shawl, sideways bias knit with a curved top edge. And I have not really done brioche. It's one of the few things I have not done, and it's always been a little scary to me. So I cast this on. And if you have been a longtime viewer, you'll probably know that I used to make a ton of shawls. Like, shawls were my thing. And, you know, this year I really became more of a garment knitter, but I used to love, love, love shawls. And a lot of them are some sort of garter shawl. But here's what we have so far. So I have cast on down here at the bottom, and you increase, and yeah, I did that 2 weeks ago, and then I was like, oh my god, I hate this. So I love the color, I love the yarn, I really want to make this brioche shawl, but I'm knitting this on size 4 needles, which isn't terrible. I have some other projects that are size 4 needles, but I haven't been working with a lot of fingering weight yarn these days, and look, it's just so tiny. It's just so tiny, and the increase rate is a little odd. It's like you're increasing every other row, but then there's also one row in the repeat that you do more increases to get this sharp curve. And so for some reason my brain can't memorize it yet, having only done this much. I'm sure when I get further along, I'll have it memorized, but right now I have to keep looking at it, and so it's not mindless. I really thought this section of garter would be totally mindless, and it's not, which makes no sense because when I talk about my other whips and why I cast something on, it was because I was bored and I needed something less mindless, but I don't know. I haven't really done a shawl, let alone a garter stitch shawl, in a while, and it's testing me. So it went back in the bag. And I cast on, what did I cast on? Oh, so then I cast on the Simple and Simple sweater. I don't know. It's also just plain stockinette. But I had these yarns that I really wanted to mix together. It's also Valley yarns. There's clearly a pattern going on here. So I have the Valley Superwash DK, and this is the color red. And then I have this Valley yarn Southampton in the color, well, it's number 019, but on Ravelry, when I put the number in, it actually had a color, which was, Remy, you need to stop. You need to stop. Mommy's busy. No. Stop. Called Cloudy Sky. Sorry. Life with a boxer. So I wanted to put these together. Before I did it though, I was, in my head, this was a dark color. No. Mommy's recording a video. And then when I took it out to start the sweater, I realized that it was a much lighter gray. I thought it was going to be more charcoal. So I wasn't entirely sure. I like them like this. This looks great. But when I put them together, it took me a little while to warm up to it, but everyone else seemed to like it. So anyway, this is what it looks like together. But because I'm doing this marled effect, you know, the mohair is a completely different color than the yarn, I didn't want to do anything crazy on here. I wanted it to be a very plain sweater to kind of highlight that color, which looks pretty cool now that I'm used to it and it's grown on me. But this is the Simple and Simple sweater by, it's Knitting for Olive. What's her name again? What's her name? Pernilla, right? It's Pernilla. Well, whatever. So this is the sweater. And yeah, it's just a simple raglan. The raglan on it is pretty deep, as you can see. So it's got a very big kind of sleeve, and I think it'll almost have a bat wingy effect when I wear it. I also did make it a little bit oversized, but I tried it on and I think so far so good. But I am now on the body. I separated for the sleeves, obviously, and I've gotten this far, like yesterday, and I got really bored. So I decided that this is going to be my socializing sweater. So when I'm at my knitting group or I'm, you know, socializing, like I have some friends coming over for coffee tomorrow, this will be what I work on because I can work on this completely mindlessly and I don't even have to look at it, so I can pay attention to the people I'm talking to. So this is going to be my mindless knitting. And my other project that I cast on last night is something else, which I'll get there. I'm not there yet. So, on to whip number 3. When we went to Rhinebeck, I decided to cast on a sock that morning, just for the bus ride and for walking around. So I had a little project. I have not made a sock in a while, and I haven't had just a little tiny project that I can like throw in my purse because I've been making so many sweaters. So for my birthday, my husband and my stepson got me some yarn, which was funny because the yarn that they picked out is something that I would only use to make my husband a pair of socks. So he got me yarn to make him socks. So this is the yarn. It is just the Patton's Croy sock yarn. It's a pretty inexpensive sock yarn that they have at most of the craft stores, but it is 75% wool, 25% nylon. It is not super wash, and it holds up pretty well. These actually make good socks, so I like this. I like this yarn for making my husband socks because he does wear them a lot. This is the color Blue Raspberry. And yeah. It's showing up pretty blue, but this is actually very teal in person. I don't know why my colors are off. They were last time too. But anyway, this is teal, and this is actually like a dark purpley winey color. It's not black. So I cast on the sock, and here we are. So this is just my regular vanilla sock pattern that I always make for him. It's 20 rows of 1x1 rib with a purl bump at the bottom there. And then I do, I think it's like 70 rows for the leg. And then I'll do a heel flapping gusset. And yeah, that's it. Just a vanilla sock. That's what he likes. And we'll see how this knits up because it's got all kinds of cool color changes on it. So yeah, so I did that, and that's living, oh, I was looking for this. That is living in this cute little project bag that I got at Rhinebeck. This is from Wild Fawn Knits, and this is a project bag style that I really like because you can put it over your arm and just walk around, which I really like. But I bought it because I saw this pattern and I really loved it, and it reminds me of all the critters in my backyard. So, but I don't know when I'll ever get these done. So those are just gonna go over here. And then all of these whips I've showed you so far have been just plain stockinette plain knitting, not necessarily stockinette because the shawl is garter. And I was bored. I needed something exciting. So one of the things I've been wanting to cast on is the Autumn Alpine by Caitlin Hunter. Haha. I have it printed out. So this was she released this as a tee, the Alpine tee, I think, and then released it recently as a sweater. So I love that. So I cast that on last night. That is living in my Rhinebeck bag. This is the bag we got when we got on the bus with Another Yarn, which is the shop I go to in Burlington, Mass. And I am doing this in Cascade 220 Sport, not Superwash. So that's this one. Cascade 220 Sport. This is the color 8010, which is natural. And I don't have the ball band for the other one, but it's the same yarn, and the color is Cinnamon Stick. So also Cascade 220 Sport, and love it. So I cast on last night, and did the neck, and then I started the color work this morning. So this is that. Look how cool this, hold on, let me get all this out of the way. The detail on the neck is just really cool. It's got these like little colored pearl bumps, and there's some broken rib and some more pearl bumps, and then you go into the yoke. And yeah, I love colorwork sweater. So I'll probably get this one done fast because I'm really enjoying it, and I also find colorwork sweaters to go really quickly for me. I did make this a little bit bigger. I think in hers it's got a couple inches of positive ease. What does it say? Sorry for all the paper noises. Sorry. So she says that this should have, where is it? Here we go. 2 to 8 inches of positive ease at the bust. And I think that her sample is like somewhere in the 2 to 4 inch range. And I like my sweaters to be a little bit bigger than that. So I have done 8 inches of positive ease, but also it's color work, so it'll probably be less than that when it's all said and done. But I think that will look really good, and I love the floral motif. Here, let me show it again. Look at that floral. It's kind of like a Scandinavian look. And I just love it. So, working on that. And that's it. That's it for whips. So there's 4. That's not crazy. It's just a little more than I had anticipated on having. But, the socks, I have no desire or need to knit those quickly at all. They'll just be there for when I need something on the go. And I think I'm going to say that the shawl is in timeout. I'm not actively working on it. It doesn't need to be done until the end of December, and I'm kind of just having second thoughts about it. I love the yarn, and I definitely want to make a shawl or a cowl with that yarn, but I think that maybe I might pick a different shawl. I might even pick something, I don't know. Maybe I'll do a cowl. If you have any ideas for a 2-color fingering weight shawl or cowl or wrap or some sort of neck accessory that you think is fun to knit and engaging but not very difficult, then post it below and let me know, because I don't know why. There's something about this. Maybe, actually, oh, I know. Tell me what you think of this. There is a brioche cowl. Right? Oh, that's pretty. Didn't I have a brioche cowl in here? Maybe not. I thought I had one in my favorites. But maybe that's what it is. Maybe that's what I make. Because I want to do brioche. I have so many color work cowls in here, in my favorites. Like this one, that's not it. That's not one. This one. This one. I mean, I have a million things in here, but they're not all fingering weight. That's the problem. So, yeah. But I think that maybe I'll do something like that. Maybe a cowl is more what I'm after. But I did see a brioche cowl. Maybe it was a shawl. I can't remember anymore. But long story short, what if I did a brioche cowl in the round with those two colors? If anyone knows a pattern like that, let me know. And I think that's what this will become. Yeah. So we did FOs, we did whips. Now I think we'll do acquisitions. So, where to start? So yes, like I said, I went to Rhinebeck. It was fun. I haven't been since a while. Well, I went in 2022. I also took the bus from another yarn, which is a lot of fun, but it's also exhausting because they go up at 6:30 in the morning on a chartered bus. And we get there right around 10:30 when it opens. This year we got there at 10:30 instead of 10. And last time we got there at 10, which was great. The problem with getting there at 10:30 is that the line for the souvenir tent was through the fairgrounds, and we were not able to get into the. We would have spent the entire day waiting in line for that, and we were only there for one day, so we didn't bother. And I was a little bummed about that. I missed the online pre-orders. I never got the email. Whatever, long story. So, yeah, so we do that, and then we leave at like 4. But the bus leaves from Woburn, Massachusetts, which is about an hour from my house. So we have to leave my house at 5 a.m. and I don't get home till like 9:30 at night. And it's just a lot in one day. It's about 3.5-hour drive each way. And I know I'm not driving, I'm on the bus, but it's hard to sleep on the bus, and then you're walking around Rhinebeck all day. So it is fun, but it is exhausting. And previous trips to Rhinebeck, I've always gone for the whole weekend. So I think next year it's going to be a whole weekend situation. Yeah. So anyway, moving on. My acquisitions are all from Rhinebeck. Are they? Yeah. I don't think I have anything else. I only bought one skein of yarn. I just want to preface this entire thing with that. One. And I went there with the intention of not buying a lot of yarn because I don't have a huge stash anymore, but I am buying for specific projects and not just buying random things. So I had no intention of buying a ton of yarn. So I did go there with the intention of getting one very specific thing, which if you follow me on Instagram, you've seen me post about because I'm obsessed with it. This is so excited. This is the Thread and Maple needle binder. This is Thread and Maple. They are an amazing company. They make leather goods and crafting stuff out of Canada. And they have a couple different binders. So there is one for knitting, one for crochet, and the knitting one has 2 sizes. There's a standard one that holds 4 of these pages, which I'll show you in a second. And then there's the large or jumbo or whatever, which holds 7. I got the jumbo because I only bought 4 pages, but I knew I was going to have to buy some more in the future, which I already had to. I'll tell you that in a second. I forgot about one of my needle sets. But it's so beautiful. It's genuine leather. It is so well constructed. It smells good. I love the smell of leather. So inside you have, this is the inside of the binder, so you get this automatically. I think people use this to put thick circulars. And then there's a little pocket here and here. And then on the back, there's another bunch of pockets for needles. You can do like DPNs or straight needles or whatever in there. And then you buy each one of these pages. So the first page I have, there's a zip pocket. And then there's this Rolodex pocket, which has all these little plastic zipper pockets, which I put all my cables in. And then it has little labels, so you can label the length. I did mix, so I have all ChiaoGoo needles, and you can pick the pages for your specific needle set. So they make a page for all the ChiaoGoo sets, all the Addies, all the high. You name it, they make it. So here's a page, and these pages also come out. So I could take this out and fold it in half and just take this with me if I needed to. And these Velcro, so I can mix and match them as needed. So this page holds my small and large 5-inch needles. This is where I messed up because I actually have the small set in 4-inch tips as well, and I forgot to buy a page for that. So I already ordered another page for it, which is on its way. And then I have my mini twist sock ones. So these are just like the super skinny ones. And then these are, oh yeah, these are my mini shorties. And these are the blue set. So these are the ones that go from US 4 to a US 8. And then I knew I was going to buy the yellow set of ChiaoGoos, which go from a US 9 to a US 11. I just haven't bought them yet, so it's empty. And then I did buy one more page for the short 4-inch set, and then it's going to have a snap pocket on it as well. So that's coming. And then it also has another zipper pocket back here for whatever. And I just absolutely love this so much. I cannot tell you. I had a great needle case, but it really only held my small 5-inch and 4-inch tips. I had to keep the large in a different thing, and I had a different little pouch for all of the shorty sets and the skinny sock one, and there was just like 6 different bags floating around for all of my needles, and I wanted to keep them in one place. So I love this so much. It is a beast. It's huge. It feels like it's my Book of Shadows. So yay. So again, Thread and Maple. Check them out. I will say that this is an investment. This was not inexpensive. I had been eyeing it for almost 2 years, or no, more than 2 years, because I remember I saw it online, and then when I was at Rhinebeck in 2022, I looked at it, almost bought it, but just could not justify the price. And I've been staring at it ever since, and I decided that this was the year I was going to buy it. So this was my birthday present to me. Smells so good. So anyway, check it out if you are in the market for an amazing needle organization system. You'll never have to buy another one. It is worth the investment, I think, so far. So that is that. I mentioned I was unable to get into the souvenir tent. So my friend Roberta and I bought these bags instead. I love this. My doctor said I needed more fiber, so I went to Rhinebeck. It's funny because it's true. My doctor did say that. So I got that. I got this from, oh, what's her name? The wee ones. You know, she makes those little clay stitch markers and stuff. Let me see if I can find a picture. Yes, wee ones. She is on Etsy, I believe. So this is wee ones on Etsy, and she, get out of here. She has all these super cute polymer clay stitch markers and charms, and she even had some cute bookmarks. Here's one. The bookmarks and cute stuff. I have a couple sets of her stitch markers, and I wanted to get another set. She makes like a bunch of different dog breeds, and I wanted to get the boxers, but she didn't have them there, so I have to order them online. So we'll see. Maybe I'll do that for Christmas. So yeah, I got that bag because it was super cute, and I wasn't able to get the tote bag from the festival. And then in this bag are some of my other purchases. So the first thing I purchased was, we went to the Going Gnome booth, and Going Gnome makes felting kits. A lot of gnomes, but other things too. They had some gorgeous, they had dragons and like dragon eggs, hatchlings, little dragons. They were so beautiful. I don't think I'm quite advanced enough as a needle felter to make some of those, but so I bought some of the smaller, easier gnome kits, which are listed for confident beginners. And I think that maybe if I get through those this year, maybe next year I'll buy something like the dragon. There's also a bunch of animals. They were so cute, and I loved it. Anyway, so I saw this one on Needles at the Ready podcast. I think Ray made this one. This is Jack Frost. See, Jack Frost. And he's just a little gnome, and he's got that blue curly beard, and I just absolutely love this guy. So I want to make him, and I'd really like to make him soon so I can put him out for winter. And then the other one I saw, actually, they showed this also at Needles at the Ready. They do limited edition gnomes every year. This is for 2025, and these are the knitting gnomes. These are 2 mini gnomes. What this one is, 1 winter gnome 6 inches tall. These are 2 mini gnomes 4 inches tall. These are the knitting gnomes, and they're knitting. How cute is that? I love that. So I thought this would be really cute. Put it up on my one of my craft shelves. I love that. So these don't have to be done anytime soon, but I would really love to have this guy out for winter decor. Although he'll probably stay out all the time anyway. Like my Sven Scandinavian. Do you guys remember that? Sven Scandinavian? Oh my god, I love him. That was a kit I got from Barrett Wool. And he's not a needle felt. He's a little knitted guy. Do I have a picture? I do. That's Sven. So he lives on the bookshelf year round. And my gnomes might do that too. All right, so yeah, I got those 2 knitting kits. Very cute, very excited. And then I decided to buy some yarn from 100 Ravens. They are actually, they don't have a brick and mortar store, but they are local to me. They are town over in Brookline, New Hampshire. And yeah, I decided to buy from them. I went all the way to Rhinebeck, New York to buy yarn from a local New Hampshire dyer. But I saw this yarn and I had to buy this to make socks for my husband because I thought he would love this. So this is this one, 100 Ravens. And the color is called Fox in the Heather. Look how pretty this is. And it's like, so it's yak. It's 70% merino, superwash merino, 20% yak, and 10% nylon. So it's got this color from the yak. And there's some green and some burgundy. And I just love this so, so much. So I will make my husband a pair of socks with this. These will be nicer socks because this is superwash merino and the yak. There is nylon in there for strength, but I could see these socks wearing out quicker than the Patton's Croy because that's just like hard wool. But I think he'd really like these. They'd make nice blank dress socks. So soft. And it's fingering weight, 437 yards, 100 grams, 3-ply. Yeah. And I highly recommend checking them out, 100 Ravens. They had some gorgeous colorways. Like, it was hard to pick one, and it was hard to buy just one skein. Because I knew I was buying that needle binder. So, but I haven't been like super into hand dyed yarn this year, but I definitely might check out their site for a future project. Ooh, I'm gonna tell you about a future project after this. I'm almost done. 2 more things. So then I also got some buttons from them, some enamel pins. I got one that says "Bury me in books and yarn." I got one that says "When in doubt, go to the library." And then I got my friend Donna one that's got a little sloth sitting in a bowl of yarn because she loves sloths. But I don't have those up here right now, so they're on Instagram. Actually, are they? They might not be. Doesn't matter. I digress. So then we went over to the little book area, and if you've ever been, you would know they have an area with publishers and the books, and not all of the authors are there, but there's a handful of authors there signing books, and I've always loved that. So we went over there, and I saw this. Well, I saw the samples first, and I was like, oh my god, I have to have that. So this book is called Victorian House Cats to Knit, and this is by Sarah Elizabeth Kellner, and she was there. She signed my book. She was so nice, and oh my god, these are the cutest things ever. So let me show you a couple pictures. So this is, the whole idea of this is that there's this Victorian home, this Victorian family, the Morgan family. They have a family tree, and there's an introduction about the home, and there are cats residing in different rooms. The idea was there would be different cats residing in the different rooms, and they have different personalities and things like that. And there are some cute little stories at the end of some of these. So this one's called The Parlor Cat, and it talks a little bit about the parlor, what the room was like, and the kind of cat she expects to see there. And the parlor cat is just kind of hanging out in a little loaf And this one's Persian. But there's also a tuxedo parlor cat. And you can make them any colors you want. Super cute. Then there's Milady's Marmalade Cat. We talks a little bit about the lady of the house and her orange tabby. And here's a picture. And so this whole book is like that. There's different types of cats. Oh my god, this one is so cute. What's this one called? I forget. The fireplace cat. Oh my god. It's so cute. She's sleeping in a little ball. So there's a bunch. There's one that's stretching. Oh my god, it's really cute. There's some kittens. There's some kittens that have the mom that nurses. She has nipples and everything. It's really funny. There's some mini cats. There's a tuxedo. Oh, the sleepy cat. Which one's the library cat? Oh my god, wait, where's the picture? See that? Anyway, I just love this. Love, love, love this book. So I got this one, and then Roberta got one about knitting gnomes so we can share them because we both wanted both books and it didn't make any sense for us to buy both. So we each bought one. And yeah, so I'm very excited about this book. It will be available to purchase in November. So I got it early. And it's $29.95 US. Love it. So I'm very excited. And then last but not least, this might be my most favorite purchase ever. Well, not including the needle binder. But I got this. There's a booth called the C Word, which was a crochet booth. I got a little crocheted mouse full of catnip for my cat. I did post a little video of her going crazy over it on Facebook. Nope, on Instagram. But she has taken it into her little hidey spot, so I don't have it. But the artist is Laura Shelley, and she, this is a lino cut block print. I can't speak right now. She had a whole bunch, and they're like all crochet, because it was all crochet stuff, but there was this one that was knitting. And he's angry. Angry because he's probably knitting, not crocheting. But I just absolutely fell in love with this print. It is so funny to me. And so this is going to go up on the wall in my guest room / office / craft room. And I love it. Hold on. Okay. Come on up. Come. You want to share the chair with me? Okay. You gotta turn around. Nobody wants to look at your butt? Okay, we'll just look at your back. Are you so pretty? Are you so pretty? Yeah. That's Remy. Anyway. Okay. We're almost done. Oh my gosh, we've almost got an hour. I was not planning on talking for this long. So the last thing I want to talk about is knitting plans. Not really plans, but I saw at Rhinebeck a bunch of sample sweaters in the different yarn booths for, a lot of them had the ghost horses sweater as a sample to showcase their beautiful hand-dyed yarns. And I had seen this on Ravelry. It's another Caitlin Hunter pattern. I think it's very pretty, but I didn't like, I was unsure I wanted to make it. I think that hers is beautiful, but she chose some very earth tone colors and it just didn't jump out at me. Here's her sample. You can see the horses in there. But some of the samples I saw were like bright, vibrant colors and very opposite to this. I believe, yeah, it uses sport weight, and she uses Spin Cycle dyed in the wool and Spin Cycle Wilder. And I wanted to make one too, but in something bright, neon maybe. And then the other day I was driving home and I saw such a random thing for inspiration, but you never know. I saw this guy cycling, and he was wearing a like maroon cycling shirt, and his pants were fluorescent yellow. And I just, the color combination was striking, and I thought that would be gorgeous. So I am going to, at some point, I don't know when, I'm going to purchase a maroon yarn. I think I want to do, there's a Malabrigo that has a kind of tonal maroonish wine color that I like. And so I think I'm going to do that. And then for the horses, the color work, I am going to splurge on the Spin Cycle dyed in the wool, because again, I want that effect that creates. So let me find that. Sorry, I should have pulled it up before. But I know where it is, so it's not hard to find. So for my fluorescent yellow color, they have a color called Bad Egg. So I'm gonna splurge on that. Why doesn't it want to focus? There you go, a little bit, not really, whatever. I think I need 4 skeins of that. And that will be everything in this sweater that's like the grayish color, so the horses and stuff, that will all be the fluorescent yellow, and then everything else will be the maroon color. I'm also debating if I want to do the color work all over or just the yoke. I think I saw a lot of samples where they did just the yoke, and I like that. I should look at the projects on here. There's, holy cow, 1,274 projects on Ravelry for the ghost sweater. Oh look, someone did it in not the exact same colorway, but fluorescent. I do think mine will look better. See if anyone did one without doing all the color work. Yeah, like this one. Like, that's nice. I know it's not focusing on the screen when I show you things, but you get the idea. So I'm going to go through some of these and look. Maybe I want to switch it and do the horses in the maroon and the background fluorescent yellow. Would that be too much? I don't know. This is, okay, so if you follow Margot Chen on Instagram, she picks the best colorways. And hers, this was hers. So this was kind of what inspired me to do a fluorescent one. And that's Margot Chen. That's also her name on Instagram. And I'm just obsessed with her color choices. And so when I saw that, I thought that would be nice. And then the maroon, instead of, she did kind of this brownish, greenish hand-dyed color. But she also only did the top yoke. So I think that's what I'm gonna do. Yeah. anyway, thanks for letting me think out loud to you. I have officially hit an hour in 5 seconds. So I'm going to let you go. If you're still here, thank you. It's been fun chatting with you, and I will be back in a couple weeks, I hope. Since I'm not well, I know I do have 4 things on the needles right now, but I'm not really actively working on 2 of them. I'm trying to balance how often I make these videos because I want to have stuff to show you. So I'm thinking like 2 to 3 weeks. It might be once a month. We'll see. But yeah, thank you for joining me. I will see you soon. And I think next week's Halloween, so have a great Halloween if you are celebrating that. And like and subscribe and all that fun stuff. And I'll talk to you later. Bye.